Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, what are some things that women actually don't notice in us, Jessica? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked because that's what today's video is about. There is a caveat though. It's things we don't notice when you actually know how to and do create chemistry in conversations with us. So to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear things from the women's point of view, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so like I said, the caveat is this is stuff that we just don't see when you are creating chemistry in conversations with us. I'm telling you right now, some guys think that like, oh, you either have chemistry with someone or you don't. But the reality is you can create chemistry in any conversation you want. And once you do, that puts you in a position of power in regards to determining whether or not this is actually somebody you would want in your life. Cause you have chemistry with everyone, so it's a matter of picking and choosing which woman is truly worthy of you, instead of being in that position where you're trying to prove to her that you're worthy of her. And doesn't that sound better for a change? So if this is something you struggle with, make sure you stay till the end where I'm gonna tell you exactly how to cure that non-chemistry having conversation habit you have once and for all from here on out. So the first thing we don't notice is how good looking you are or what you even look like. So I'm gonna be super honest with you. I've talked to guys in wheelchairs who are paralyzed. One of my celebrity crushes is Peter Dinklage. I would love to, in fact right now, I'm trying to picture how we would have sex. Either way, when we get a sense of who you are and we like you for who you are and we feel like we can connect with you, we don't fucking care what you look like. You guys, it's okay that you care what women look like. You know, you're very visual creatures, much more so than us women, even nowadays. And I'm telling you right now, when you are creating so much emotion within us, within that conversation, our blinders go up. I spoke about this before. One of my girlfriends on my Spotlight speed dating program, talking to one of these guys, he's not the best looking, and to make sure he doesn't find out that I'm talking about him, I'm gonna spare you the details, but I'll tell you right now, his first two conversations, you know, we looked at him, we're like, this poor guy, he's definitely a virgin. There isn't a single woman out there who would probably look at him and think that she'd want to be with him. And by week 4, she's admitting to me that she's fucking stalking him online and asking me if I could hook them up. Because now she's desperate to fuck him because she might be in love with him. Why? Because I was able to curtail and create chemistry between them based on a few guidelines within that moment. And again, this is somebody who had no business going out there trying to talk to women the way he did, to now he knows how to create chemistry. So now my girlfriend, even though she's met him already, even though she's seen how awful he can be, now all of a sudden, none of it matters. Even how awful his haircut was and his wardrobe choice. I'll just leave it at that. The second one, I really love this one. I get this a lot from men who come in and think that it's so important to us women. It really motherfucking isn't. I spit on you again. The second one we don't care about is how knowledgeable you are about women. I'm telling you right now, we don't fucking care. I get so many guys who come in, they're like, I want to know everything about how women think so I can better understand women so that women think that I'm sexy. And that's just not the case. Do you know how many dumb motherfuckers are out there attracting us who know nothing about women? I'll tell you right now, my last boyfriend, him and I had such insane chemistry from the beginning, and he actually even sent me a fucking dick pic. And I was like, mind you, I would never forgive that shit. It's normally blocked immediately. However, this is beginning stages. I was like, listen, I really like you, so I'm just gonna like tell you right now that you should never, ever, ever send a dick pic ever, unless I desperately request one from you in the heat of the moment. And he goes, well, you know, I just thought that like if I saw a picture of like your like pussy, I'd get turned on. So maybe if you saw a picture of my dick, you'd get turned on too. That could not be the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Women everywhere are always like, how dumb are men? But I don't fucking care that he didn't know that, and we don't care how well you know us women either. We don't fucking care, especially when we really like you. The third one is another thing I'm constantly hammering home to men. We women think that you guys think like us, you guys think we think like you. Again, the dick pic, that turns you on, right? Anyway, number 3 is we don't care how many shared interests we have. If I don't like you and we don't have chemistry in our conversation and you bring up Game of Thrones, Fine, now I'm in that conversation with you. However, if there is chemistry, we could talk about fuck all and it wouldn't matter. You men hold interests in higher importance with each other and with people in general than we women do. We women go strictly off of emotions when it comes to determining, well, not strictly off of emotions, but we women, we prize emotions over details. So, like, if you like Game of Thrones, I like Game of Thrones, fine, I might talk to you a little longer, but I'm not gonna be attracted to you. And if I am attracted to you, I don't care that we don't have any fucking thing in common. I don't fucking care. I just want you to hold me. So, get out of your head right now. You don't need to have any fucking thing in common with women. Chances are you won't have much in common with the women you're talking to. We rarely do. Let's be real, and that's okay. Number 4, you know, my haters hate hearing this, but we women, again, we don't care how much money you make. When we like you, when there's chemistry right here. If there's chemistry in this conversation, we start finding out things about you that are less than ideal, we'll start making excuses for you. So for instance, if we have chemistry and we're in a conversation, I'm sitting here and I realize that you drive a 1986 Toyota, I'm gonna be like, well, he's just efficient and loyal. That's what we women do. I have a girlfriend, she's talking to a dude and she's like, oh my God, well, you know, fine, he's like in between jobs now and sure, he's 38 living with his mother, but you know what? He's got like these great goals. We don't care where you are in your life. We don't care how much money you make. We don't fucking care. We don't notice. We might notice, but we don't care because we care more about how you're making us feel inside. How you're making us feel inside. So when you guys are sitting here thinking like, oh, like his dick must be crazy. I bet the sex is crazy. You're right. Again, it's either the chemistry or, you know, the crazy connection in Pound Town. Number 5 is really interesting. I just read a study about this. We don't notice how smart you are. Here's the thing, you don't have to be smart at all. I just read a study that like dumb men are preferable to women than smart men, you know, and the same goes for you guys. Studies also have shown that you guys prefer dumber women to smart ones. I've come across guys over the years who've had a lot of shame regarding the fact that maybe they dropped out of high school, maybe they dropped out of college, maybe, you know, all their friends are super successful and super educated, but you know, they're not. So they, you know, self-depreciate in regards to their intelligence. I dated high school dropouts, I've dated college dropouts, I've dated ex-cons. And at the end of the day, what matters most is what happens right here. The last one, again, another thing that I love surprising men with, one that I especially was surprising men with on my Spotlight speed dating program, is we don't notice that you fucking fucked up at all the second you start creating chemistry. Anything you did before that, anything that was said before that, any amount of nervousness or awkward silences that happen before the chemistry, we women forgive all of it. That was a different dude. We forgive you. Hello, new dude that we like. Again, those emotions are so important to us and it's so hard to find somebody that can make us feel like that. A man that could get us out of our logical, rational, super judgmental head sometimes and just be here. The stuff that like, you know, see in the movies and shit. Let's talk about my favorite movies. The Notebook, Titanic, The Bridges of Madison County. I'm pretty sure all those men were like poor and homeless. Yeah. So when you create that chemistry, you're literally erasing all the things she said about you in her rational mind and hitting her at her core. And we all know that stuff, that emotional core shit is enough to make us okay with dating ex-cons and homeless people. So if you know that you're struggling with creating chemistry, I'll tell you right now, in my Spotlight speed dating program, which is now closed, you can't even apply to it now, but in my Spotlight speed dating program, literally all I did was have these guys go to specific sections in my Speak to Spark Arousal program, come back, try it out with my girlfriends, and boom, my girlfriends want to fuck. So it's gonna teach you exactly how to create that chemistry in any conversation you are with, in any conversation you're in. Either way, you, chemistry, any woman you want from here on out. Make sure you click that link at the end screen, otherwise it's speaktosparkarousal.com. Stop worrying about these 6 things I'm telling you don't fucking matter when you are creating that emotional connection that the both of us really do crave. Because here's the thing, you deserve it too. You deserve to feel butterflies and irrational and, you know, swept off your feet as well. And I'm telling you, you can make it happen yourself with SpeechSparkleRazzle.com. So check yourself for these 6 things. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.